In just a few minutes, the 1995 Riviera Celebrating Success Show will begin. While you're waiting, make sure that you have all the materials we sent you in the announcement kit. That way, you'll be ready to get the most from this presentation. There's a cover letter which introduces this presentation and describes how to take full advantage of the information we'll be showing. There's also a test containing 2 sets of 10 questions for service advisors and technicians. The first 10 questions are for service advisors, and the second 10 questions are for technicians. You can earn a certificate of attendance by completing the answer sheet and sending it to the General Motors Service Technology Group. Use only the supplied test answer sheets. If you require additional answer sheets or other materials, call 1-800-468-6657. Be sure to enter the course number in Block 9 of the answer sheet. The course number for this program is 50395.01. When you have completed the test, make a photocopy of your answer sheet and keep the copy as a record. Gather all of the test answer sheets from your location and mail them in the supplied envelope. We urge you to tape record this presentation so that you can watch it again at your convenience. If you are unable to tape record this program, you can order a copy using the enclosed VHS order form. However, there will be a $20 charge for each tape ordered. If you do not receive your tape within 3 weeks of placing your order, call 1-800-446-2977 to check on the order status. Also included in the packet of materials for this presentation are an instruction sheet and a complete schedule of broadcasts for the 1995 Riviera Celebrating Success program. In just a few minutes, the 1995 Riviera Celebrating Success Show will begin. While you're waiting, make sure that you have all the materials we sent you in the announcement kit. That way, you'll be ready to get the most from this presentation. There's a cover letter which introduces this presentation and describes how to take full advantage of the information we'll be showing. There's also a test containing 2 sets of 10 questions for service advisors and technicians. The first 10 questions are for service advisors, and the second 10 questions are for technicians. You can earn a certificate of attendance by completing the answer sheet and sending it to the General Motors Service Technology Group. Use only the supplied test answer sheets. If you require additional answer sheets or other materials, call 1-800-468-6657. Be sure to enter the course number in Block 9 of the answer sheet. The course number for this program is 50395.01. When you have completed the test, make a photocopy of your answer sheet and keep the copy as a record. Gather all of the test answer sheets from your location and mail them in the supplied envelope. We urge you to tape record this presentation so that you can watch it again at your convenience. If you are unable to tape record this program, you can order a copy using the enclosed VHS order form. However, there will be a $20 charge for each tape ordered. If you do not receive your tape within 3 weeks of placing your order, call 1-800-446-2977 to check on the order status. Also included in the packet of materials for this presentation are an instruction sheet and a complete schedule of broadcasts for the 1995 Riviera Celebrating Success program. In just a few minutes, the 1995 Riviera Celebrating Success Show will begin. While you're waiting, make sure that you have all the materials we sent you in the announcement kit. That way, you'll be ready to get the most from this presentation. There's a cover letter which introduces this presentation and describes how to take full advantage of the information we'll be showing. There's also a test containing 2 sets of 10 questions for service advisors and technicians. The first 10 questions are for service advisors, and the second 10 questions are for technicians. You can earn a certificate of attendance by completing the answer sheet and sending it to the General Motors Service Technology Group. Use only the supplied test answer sheets. If you require additional answer sheets or other materials, call 1-800-468-6657. Be sure to enter the course number in Block 9 of the answer sheet. The course number for this program is 50395.01. When you have completed the test, make a photocopy of your answer sheet and keep the copy as a record. Gather all of the test answer sheets from your location and mail them in the supplied envelope. We urge you to tape record this presentation so that you can watch it again at your convenience. If you are unable to tape record this program, you can order a copy using the enclosed VHS order form. However, there will be a $20 charge for each tape ordered. If you do not receive your tape within 3 weeks of placing your order, call 1-800-446-2977 to check on the order status. Also included in the packet of materials for this presentation are an instruction sheet and a complete schedule of broadcasts for the 1995 Riviera Celebrating Success program. The first true Riviera made its debut in 1963 and was destined to become a modern classic. In the years since, the Riviera name has more than once been the flagship for Buick design and engineering innovations. Hi, I'm Chuck McLennan. It's my pleasure to invite you to join me in celebrating the success of a new Buick landmark, the exciting 1995 Riviera. To help you familiarize yourself with the 95 Riviera, Buick will be offering several training opportunities. In-dealership sales training, Video 1, April 1994. Video 2, June 1994. Service Development Manager Technical Product Training, April through June 1994. Buick Structural Repair Class, GM Training Center, beginning April 1994. Riviera Celebration Tour, Competitive Ride and Drive, April through July 1994. Buick Know-How, Training Magazine and Video, May 1994. For further training information, call your local zone or branch representative. In this first broadcast, I'll introduce you to the Riviera features, and we'll also meet some of the key people responsible for the car's development.
But the 63 Riv really was the first personal car in America, a personal luxury car. It was a 4-passenger, luxurious car, but also very sporty. And of course it had that special glamour about it. So when we set out to do the new Riv, we wanted to make sure that it was a worthy successor to that original car.
In this part of our broadcast, we'll look at some of the main service features technicians should be aware of on this new car. The Riviera is equipped with dual automatic comfort temp climate control with rear seat comfort temp similar to the system in 1994 Park Avenue. The second control head allows the front passenger to independently adjust temperature by a difference of plus or minus 6 degrees from the main control head setting. Airflow is controlled with positive shutoff vents. Airflow to the rear seats is directed through the center console through vents that can be adjusted for direction or completely shut off. The HVAC module is located entirely in the passenger compartment. This way it does not affect the strength of the front body structure. The air conditioning system uses environmentally friendly R134A refrigerant. While it is similar to the Park Avenue Comfort Temp system, diagnostic codes cannot be accessed by touching the warm and off buttons on the control head. As with the 94 Park Avenue, a Tech 1 must be used to access diagnostic information. The power steering is a new speed-dependent power steering system featuring magnetic variable effort. The system uses a conventional rack and pinion steering gear. A spool valve integrated with the pinion shaft senses the level of effort applied to the steering wheel to turn the shaft. The valve applies hydraulic pressure to assist in turning the pinion gear and move the steering rack left or right. A bidirectional magnetic rotary actuator in the steering gear adjusts the amount of torque required to turn the steering wheel. Current flow to the magnetic rotary actuator is provided by an electronic controller located on the multi-use bracket under the dash in the area of the data link connector. The magnetic variable effort controller receives a vehicle speed signal from the powertrain control module. As vehicle speed increases, the controller adjusts the current flow to the actuator to increase the effort necessary to turn the steering wheel. The system continuously varies steering effort to provide a tighter, more stabilized steering feel for highway speed driving and maximum power assist for slow speed maneuvering. The front suspension is the familiar McPherson strut and coil spring system. However, suspension components are redesigned to provide improved ride and handling. Large L-shaped lower control arms provide good road isolation and precise handling. The high-strength low-alloy stamped control arms are symmetrical in design. The front control arm pivot uses a relatively soft cone-shaped dual-rate bushing that acts like a variable rate spring to absorb road impacts for smooth rides. The rear pivot is in line with the steering axis and affects steering geometry and handling characteristics. This bushing is much firmer, so the car tracks straight even on rough roads. A special tool J41014 is used to remove the control arm bushing. A stabilizer bar fastens to the back of the control arm. Struts are side-load compensated and vertically tuned. A 6-degree caster angle in the steering geometry helps maintain a stable on-center feel. The suspension tuning and spring placement prevents the spring from bowing. When springs bow, caster and camber change. The independent rear suspension is a semi-trailing arm design with barrel-shaped coil springs and air-assisted shocks. The semi-trailing arm suspension is engineered to provide superior control of wheel angles and body movement during aggressive driving situations without compromising everyday ride comfort. The large aluminum alloy trailing arms or control arms are manufactured using a squeeze casting process that saves weight and increases the strength of the part. The T-shaped rear suspension support mounts to the body through 4 rubber isolation mounts. A pair of adjustable links connected to the rear of the control arms provide lateral support during cornering. A rear stabilizer bar is incorporated to reduce body roll. Another benefit of the Riviera suspension is that it incorporates anti-squat and anti-lift geometry to help keep the car level during normal and hard acceleration and braking. All-season 16-inch steel-belted black-wall radial tires are standard on Riviera, equipped with the standard naturally aspirated 3800 Series 2 engine. With the supercharged engine option, tires are upgraded to 16-inch Eagle GAs. Riviera is equipped with four-wheel disc brakes with 11-inch rotors. Vented rotors on the front reduce heat buildup. Solid rear rotors contribute to fade resistance. Tevis Mark IV anti-lock brake system is standard. The optional traction control system improves brake wear by reducing engine torque output during load traction conditions at all speeds. Diagnostic procedures and trouble codes are the same as for the current Park Avenue ABS TCS. See Buick Know-How 171 for additional information. When the time came to select a suitable drivetrain for the new Riviera, powertrain engineers did not have far to look. The supercharged 3800 V6 and 4T60E transaxle combination introduced in the Park Avenue Ultra has consistently drawn enthusiastic reviews from the automotive press. This winning combination of power and smooth operation is the optional powertrain for Riviera and will be incorporated in all early production vehicles. In the June timeframe, Riviera models will be equipped with a new standard engine, the 3800 Series 2 V6. Although similar in overall appearance to the previous 3800, this engine contains so many new upgraded components that it's virtually an all-new design. The Series 2 3800 is more powerful and fuel efficient than its predecessor. It produces 205 horsepower at 5,200 RPM and 225 pounds-feet of torque at 3,200 RPM. Other design changes include a larger throttle body and a redesigned intake manifold. Lighter, stiffer valve train components extend power output at higher RPMs. The engine RPM redline is 6,000 RPM. A cast iron front exhaust manifold reduces noise. New cylinder heads incorporate larger intake and exhaust valves with larger ports for improved flow. Symmetrical combustion chambers reduce cylinder-to-cylinder combustion variation for smoother, cleaner running. The deck height of the cast iron cylinder block is reduced by 1 inch, making the engine lighter and more compact. The new oil pan is formed from 2-layer steel with a sound-deadening compound laminated between the layers. Main bearing caps, with the exception of the rear cap, are cross-bolted to the block for improved stability and quieter operation. A new rear block cover helps eliminate engine leaks by reducing the number of plugs on the rear block. The new design also permits the use of a pressure-lubricated sleeve bearing for the balance shaft. This bearing is quieter than the roller bearing previously used. Mounting bosses on the new block allow many accessories to be bolted directly to the block. This reduces bracket flexing, a common source of engine compartment noise. The new engine features a smaller, more efficient oil pump. With all these changes, the compression ratio was raised from 9.0 to 1 to 9.35 to 1, while dual NOx sensors allow the engine to operate to optimum efficiency on regular 87-octane unleaded fuel. The exhaust manifold flows into a symmetrical stainless steel exhaust system that runs down the middle of the underbody, contributing to overall vehicle balance. The polyethylene fuel tank has a 20-gallon capacity. The in-tank twin-turbine fuel pump can be accessed through a panel in the Riviera trunk, eliminating the need to drop the tank. A fuel sender lock nut wrench is available as Special Tool J39765. Perhaps the most noticeable electrical feature when you look under the 1995 Riviera hood is the fact that there's no battery in the engine compartment. The battery, as well as various relays and fuses, are located in a compartment below the rear seat. The placement of the Riviera battery, combined with the aluminum hood, also contributes to the car's balance. To gain access to the battery compartment, remove the rear seat cushion by pushing the cushion toward the rear. Then lift the front of the cushion up, releasing the front hooks. Continue lifting up and rotating the seat outward until the tabs that interlock with the seat back release. The battery is a large, heavy-duty 970 cold cranking amp Delco Freedom battery. For jumper cable convenience, a positive battery terminal connector is located in the engine compartment by the washer fluid reservoir. The relay center under the rear seat contains relays for interior lamps, electronic level control, trunk release, fuel pump, and the door locks. The two relays on the second level are both for the rear defogger. Because of its large size, the rear defogger is divided into upper and lower zones. There is therefore a separate relay for each zone. The two relays at the bottom of the panel are for retained accessory power. The left relay is for the accessories, while the right is the wrap ignition relay. A fuse block is also located in the under seat compartment. There are additional fuses located in the instrument panel fuse block and also in the right front side of the engine compartment. Electrical accessories in their operation are similar to the Park Avenue, so if you know the Park Avenue, you'll have no problem with the Riviera. The Riviera is equipped with a Passkey 2 anti-theft system. The key is of a new dual design, and it can be inserted either way up. If a customer requires additional keys, the VATS Passkey Interrogator will require the use of an adapter for the new design key. As I mentioned at the beginning of the program, a major goal of the Riviera design team was to match the rock-solid feel of the best cars in the world. The Riviera is designed so that the lower part of the body is the primary load carrier. The floor pan and tunnel became a major part of the structure, as did the large roll-formed rocker boxes. The body structure is also a critical part of a car's safety system. The structure absorbs much of the energy of a crash while protecting the passenger compartment. Driver and right front passenger airbags are standard. The airbags are designed to supplement the shoulder and lap safety belts in restraining occupants in the event of a moderate or severe frontal crash. The airbags are located in the steering wheel and the right side instrument panel. A knee bolster built into the lower part of the instrument panel helps restrain the lower body. The front seat outer restraint system incorporates a shoulder belt tension adjuster, which allows an occupant to obtain a small amount of slack in the belt. Also, to help protect occupants in certain types of crashes, a small energy management S-loop is sewn into the shoulder belt. Under certain deceleration conditions, the loop opens, allowing the belt to lengthen slightly. Belts must always be replaced when this occurs. In addition, the inboard belt buckle is fastened to the seat track, resulting in a better fitting seat belt in all seat positions. The rear shoulder belt comfort guide was designed for children who have outgrown child seats, but are still too small to comfortably wear the standard outboard 3-point safety belts. Smaller adults may also experience improved comfort when using the device. The Riviera has frameless door windows. Potential wind and water leaks are addressed by the use of the continuous direct compression seal. Now, here's one point you definitely need to know before you find out the hard way. The door trim panel is a new design. When removing the panel, lift up and then pull out. Pulling straight out will damage or break the panel clips. The Riviera doesn't have the Christmas tree fasteners you're used to seeing. All doors feature bolt-on hinges and a high-strength, low-alloy tubular door beam for added strength and occupant protection in the event of a side collision. The hardware and wiring access holes are large, making service easier. Actually, this design makes it possible to remove the glass, window motor, and regulator without removing the complete module. However, when it is necessary to repair several window components, The door window and window regulator are mounted in a one-piece module. This cassette-style assembly provides easy removal and installation. Solar Ray solar control glass, which improves the efficiency of the air conditioning system, is standard in the flush-mounted windshield and rear window. Easy Cool solar control glass is used in the side windows. This glass blocks much of the infrared radiation that heats the interior of the car and also helps block the ultraviolet light that fades and ages interior materials.
The seats are kind of a unique story all in themselves in that they're the first seats that are designed 100% to our new design criteria for seats. And there is an extensive work going on at Buick to get seats that are more and more comfortable. And the Riviera is really the first ones that are absolutely what we feel to be state-of-the-art in terms of seats in the world today.
The 1995 Riviera is the first car equipped with Buick's new generation of seats. The new seats are designed to hold the occupant comfortably in place, yet distribute body weight so evenly that there are no uncomfortable pressure points. The seats were designed using a systematic program of test drives and sophisticated computers. The standard front seat is a 55-45 cloth split bench seat that offers 3 passenger seating. A leather split bench seat is optional. 6-way power adjustment is standard on both the driver and passenger side. The seat adjustment switches use what engineers refer to as metaphoric design. The shape of the switch corresponds to the shape of the seat. Also available are leather bucket seats with the center console and floor shift. The front seats are fastened to the floor by hooks in front and bolts in the rear. A heated driver's seat is available with both the cloth and the leather seats. It's controlled by a 3-way switch located on the driver's armrest. When pressed once, in the off position, the switch activates the high heat setting, which warms the seat to 107 degrees. A second press switches the heat to the low setting, and the seat is warmed to 98.6 degrees. To better insulate the Riviera's interior from road harshness and powertrain noise, a number of sound dampening mats and other acoustical materials have been added to the body shell. An acoustical mat covers most of the dash panel. Don't damage the mat when working under the dash, and be sure to replace the sound insulating pass-through boots. Riviera's instrument panel has a full complement of analog gauges, including a tachometer. The Riviera's modular headliner is attached to the roof by the rail-mounted courtesy lamps, coat hooks, and magnets in the sunshade center supports. The overhead storage compartment can be removed after the headliner is removed. The pushpin bulbs or lens in the courtesy lamps can be replaced. However, the assemblies themselves are serviced as complete units. With the exception of the hood and roof, the Riviera's external body panels are all 2-sided galvanized steel. The roof is 1-sided galvanized steel, while the lightweight aluminum hood contributes to the car's overall balance. While most sections of the car can be repaired using conventional methods, some parts, like the rear quarter panel, require a special sectioning procedure. Instructions are included with parts from GM SPO. Before doing body repair, take the 1995 STG Aurora Riviera collision repair course. A sunroof is available as an option. The Webesto sunroof is installed on the assembly line. It has a new express open feature. After looking at some of the unique features of the 95 Riviera, I'm sure you'll agree that this car is destined to become a classic. Once again, the Riviera is going to be the flagship for Buick design and engineering innovations. Oh, and don't forget, you can earn a certificate of attendance by completing and sending in the test question forms for this program. To ensure you get credit, be sure to include your name, social security number, your retailer name and code, as well as the course name and number. Again, the name of this presentation is Celebrating Success, 1995 Riviera by Buick. The course number is 50395.01. On behalf of Buick and the Service Technology Group, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next Buick Know-How.